answering your questions. I asked for some questions and you graciously indulged me with some questions. So let's get to it. When and how did you realise you could impersonate Martin Tyler so perfectly? I was just messing in work, and it was about 2 years ago. It was after the Southampton versus Liverpool. Minamino had equalised, and I just remember Martin Tyler just been like, "Oh, it's 1-1," and I just thinking like, "God, he sounds so down." I don't know what possessed me to do it, but I put it out on TikTok because I had like 9 followers on TikTok, and I thought, oh, if I can make my brother and maybe one of my mates laugh, then like I'll think, oh, good.
Gomez. It's 1-1, and Minamino has returned to St Mary's, where he played last season on loan, with a very well hit equalising goal. He's not overdoing the celebration. Goal, man.
And then I just looked, and then it got 1,000 views, 10,000 views, 100,000, million. I was just like, to actually do the lip syncs, it would be kind of, what I would normally do is I would have I would be driving to work, and my commute takes about 40 minutes. And then maybe for half the commute, I would just have the audio on in the car, and I'd be just kind of messing around, kind of just getting the timing right and all that sort of stuff. And then give it a few takes and then see which one was the best one and put it up. It was a weird feeling to just be like, all of a sudden millions of people have seen your face, and then someone shared it on Twitter. It got like thousands of retweets and all that, and I was just like, ooh. So anyway, that was it. And then I have a second question here. Do you miss Martin Tyler? No. Like, I know a lot of people get really enraged by his commentary. I honestly didn't. Too busy losing my own shit. Most people would just be like, oh, that's funny, or, that's not funny, or something like that. But like when people would start like quote tweeting, and they'd be like @in Sky Sports, like, can't wait for him to pop his clogs and all this, like, just real nasty stuff. And I'm like, oh, I don't represent these people. Like, I was only ever just taking the piss. I never really I don't take anything seriously. But what it did do is give me a little bit of a platform online to start this, which I'm enjoying much more. Next question. Who was your first Liverpool love? Owen, for me. I'd say Fowler. I had Fowler 23 on the back of my kits. I had the little nose strip that I would just wear. It was all about Fowler for me.
It's a fine ball from Thomas. In behind Gary Neville for Fowler. Is he in again? He is!
Nothing related to Liverpool, but would you ever go on Tony's podcast? It would be a guaranteed funny one. Cheers. Tony's my brother. And yeah, I have been on. I was on about 2 years ago, because he's a comedian, a very funny comedian. You've got to say that. He is the funniest person that I've ever known. He'd admit this himself. He's a fair-weathered fan, and sometimes he would ask me to give him an update on what's going on with Liverpool, so he could hold his own in conversation. So I'd fill him in on what's the latest with Liverpool and all this. So he called me up, and he was like, this is when Liverpool were playing City in the year they won the title.
Will you see this? Will you see this?
Hello?
What's the crack, man?
What is the crack?
You're a Liverpool nut. I need to ask you a few Liverpool questions. This match on Sunday, what's the crack with that?
Liverpool are playing Man City at Liverpool. As you may remember, Man City won the league last year, and Liverpool came just behind them by a point.
Sure.
So Liverpool are currently 6 points ahead of Man City at this stage.
Oof.
So if they win, they'll go 9 points clear. They've also lost to Man City last year and ended up losing the league by a point, so it was very crucial. And they're by far the 2 best teams in the league.
Right, I think we should watch it together.
Yes, come down.
Well, I was thinking what we could do instead is you and me could go to Anfield this Sunday and watch it. How about that?
You're not a f***ing giraffe.
Ah, no, I am. I'll come up to yours. No, I'm having another giraffe. Someone from Coca-Cola got in touch and offered me 2 tickets to bring a pal.
Oh my god. I don't know what to believe. Just tell me.
Believe it! We're going to Anfield on Sunday.
Holy sh**.
Oh, it was great. It was one of the best days of my life.
Who's your favourite Liverpool player?
Mo Salah.
Yeah, why?
because he's an Egyptian prince. King.
You already bulled yourself.
But yeah, so we went and we had a great time. I definitely go on the podcast again. And he's been on mine a few times as well. My podcast is called What's So Great About. I do it with my best friend, and it's a movie review podcast, so it's nothing to do with football. But he's been on a few episodes of that. Favorite 2 or 3 Simpsons episodes and favorite non-family character? Great question. And actually on the podcast, it's now called What's So Great About, but previously it was called Put It in H, a Die-Hard Simpsons podcast. So if you scroll back long enough, we reviewed every Simpsons episode from season 4 to season 8. And I think my highest ranking episode, when Marge gets the pretzel wagon.
You have 24 hours to give us our money. And to show you we're serious, you have 12 hours.
And I mean, like, there's classics like the Hank Scorpio episode, the one where they get the pool. Favorite non-family member? I think it's got to be either Moe or Principal Skinner. And Moe just has some of the greatest lines.
All right, here's the 411, folks. Say some gangster is dissing your fly girl. You just give him one of these. Ooh, hey, ah, ooh.
So yeah, big fan of The Simpsons from up to like season 9, 10. I mean, as you can tell, I have at least one Simpsons clip in every episode. Who do you prefer up front for Liverpool, Luis Suarez or Fernando Torres? I think Luis Suarez is the best player that I've seen play for Liverpool. But Torres was special. I was in love with Torres.
Oh, brilliant by Torres. Extraordinarily good. And so typical of his recent form. And Fernando Torres produces a supreme individual moment here after 12 minutes.
It's got to be Torres for me. I know Suarez is probably technically a better player, but Torres just had strength, he had pace. I'd forget how strong he was. His finishing was unbelievable. He could score all different kinds of goals. But it's a weird one with him. I've never seen such a decline when he went to Chelsea then. I have a little bit of a when I see him now. I don't know why. I think because it just went so bad for him at Chelsea. Now he's fine now and he's absolutely shredded as well. So he's doing fine. Did you wish Spurs will score own goal to complete the perfect game? Yes, I did. If Liverpool FC didn't exist, who would you support in the Prem? Nobody. Who is your favourite and least favourite Liverpool player of all time? My least favourite, it's got to be El Hadj Diouf.
Scum. Subhuman scum.
He was a bad player and a worse person. My favourite Liverpool player in my lifetime was not technically the best player, but I still love Dirk Kuyt. I loved him when he played. He just worked his ass off. I think he would have done so well in this Klopp team. He just worked and worked and worked. It seemed like all of his goals were scrappy as fuck. They'd either deflect, the keeper would save it before it's going in. It would just... They were never... I mean, bar a few exceptions, they were never the prettiest. He wasn't a scorer of great goals.
It goes past Grant. It's Count. It's in. Steven Gerrard. He's a man they fear. Gerrard. And it's forced in for the equaliser.
But I love him. Who is the most important newest signing out of Diaz, Núñez, McAllister or Szoboszlai, and why is the correct answer Núñez? Because he's great. With Núñez, I remember even last year, even when we were shite, I'm like, at least let me have a bit of fun. Like when Núñez wasn't starting, I'd be like, at least let me have a bit of fun and put Núñez on. Like, we're already in this shit. Let's just enjoy it a little bit. Núñez just makes me smile. I think Szoboszlai... I've never seen with Szoboszlai a player come in so quick and be like, he could be captain of the team. And he's played like 10 games. If you told me Szoboszlai is captain, I'd be like, makes sense. Europa League live show if Liverpool make it to the final. I hope to be there, and if I am there, I will do some sort of vlog about it. And if not, I'll do something. If I can't make it there, I'll do something. Anyway, thanks very much. Thanks very much for the questions. If you like this format, it's something a bit different. If you like this format, let me know. I'll do more of them. And up the Reds.